let's get right to the point. Let's discuss some RBI baseball 2021 and what concerns I have with the game going forth. Now, information that I've heard that RBI baseball 21 going to have in it is they're going to have commentary, which is definitely something that's been, well requested. I mean, we all need that. I mean, that's for sure, man. So everybody been waiting on that. We want that to come. Then we have rumors of created player. Now, all I see is a created player. I don't see where they say it's you know, my player mode. So, that's definitely a big difference. You know what I mean? You can't say that that's the same thing. Now it's 2021, and I definitely feel they should have some type of my player. I mean, every game have a my player mode. So with them not having anything in the game like that, from what I've seen, and I've asked them on Twitter, I put in there, I've yet to see anyone comment back if they're going to have this in the game. This is definitely very important for them to have in the game, and if they don't have it in the game, there's no way I feel like they can compete with the show, MLB The Show. There's no way possible. I mean, you can look at all the facts. Right now MLB The Show is doing an incredible job with the whole my team cars aspect. Bringing old players to life. That's definitely got my attention. Like, I would love to have a team like that because I'm mostly from the old generation. And when you have the cars and you have setup and you can play like that, it definitely gets you more into it because I'm not familiar with a lot of these guys now in the generation of baseball, but the older generation from the 90s, early 2000s, I know those guys. So, with that said, MLB The Show definitely fits all of that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have, and you haven't said anything about having any type of fantasy cards in the game, my team, anything like that. So you're not gonna have that in the game, and you're also there's no signs of my player. So there's no way you can compete with the show. This game, the game world of video games, especially when you're in the same genre, it definitely brings competition. I mean, and you got to compete. And I feel like they're not going to be able to compete this year with the MLB The Show because people are gonna want a my player. People is not gonna want to play this old style traditional way. People got to realize, look, RBI baseball came out in the '80s on Nintendo, and it's different now. People, they don't care about playing, team versus team. They want some type of my player where they don't only can control that one my player and win championships and actually have that feeling of winning something. You know what I'm saying? So they need a my player in this game. And if they're not, I just feel like they need to back the game up or something, man. They need one of the two. You need one of the two to be able to complete. You to be able to compete with MLB The Show. You can't have this lame home run derby as another mode and just regular modes that you just can compete with. Like this game have the franchise mode. They have the home run derby. The playoff mode, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Those are just ordinary modes that you have in the game. You have to have some, something in your game that's going to be able to have people that's going to play the game all the time. I tried several times to try to play a multiplayer game. Wasn't anybody at the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be something that they need to work on coming into next season. I mean, I keep saying next season, the next RBI baseball 2020, the RBI baseball 21. They gotta really come hard. And from what I've seen with the news is that they don't have things together right now. So me personally, I don't know what to expect. If the gameplay and the animations, and that's the route that I see them going is gameplay animations. You know what I'm saying? And going down that road is fine, but I feel like you have to build everything up at once. By having, my player in there is, I'm not going to say I'm not a developer, so I'm not going to say it's easy, but you definitely gotta have that in your game if you expect people to come buy the product. If not, people are not gonna buy this game. They're not gonna respect this game at all. It's not gonna do well on the shelves, and then it's gonna lower your confidence down, and then it may be, over for you, and you don't want that. But when you don't have a my player in the game, when you don't have any type of my team fantasy draft, look, you got to have the popular modes in the game. You got to, because if not, you just might as well just hang up the towel and just call it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't have one of these two modes, I feel bad for R.B.I. Baseball. I'm gonna stream the game. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna buy the game. I think it's March 15th when the game comes out. I'm going to play it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to support the game. But I do not agree with them giving us what we truly want in the game. You have to have that attention. You have to have that. If you don't, like I said, your game is not going to do well on the shelf. It's not going to do that well because everybody now is already talking about it's going to be over for R.B.I. Baseball already. So I was like, okay, they're going to have commentary next year. They're going to have a my player mode. They're going to do whatever they can to be able to stop that. And if you don't have one of these two modes in the game, I truly feel that you did not go have your best effort. No matter what about the animations change in the game, you have to have these specific modes to be able to get people over to play your product. And if you don't have that so they can compare the two modes itself, then you're not going to be successful on the market. So don't expect R.B.I. Baseball to be as great, especially with the show coming to the Xbox. R.B.I. Baseball, they had enough time to really control and run the Xbox. But now with the show coming over and they have all the modes that you want in the game, there's probably going to be another dominant year of MLB The Show. And now they're going to come over and they're going to definitely take over on the Xbox. And they're going to have a lot of attention. So, maybe some of these things will pan out and they can definitely get on the ball with that. I mean, but saying they're gonna come out in RBI 2022 and they're gonna have something in the game that they should have had, my opinion, years ago. It's gonna be kind of like a little bit too late for that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm up out of here, you guys. Everybody stay safe. Peace out.